say for a new fisherman that doesn't understand about fishing and lure presentation, you just got to give the fish a different look. There's you know, sometimes they're very selective. They know they see something they don't like, they won't hit that lure. So you keep changing baits until you get a pattern, until you figure out what they want to eat. And usually once you find that pattern out, if they're on the points and they want this type of lure, you can run and gun these points and catch a nice bag of fish. There he is. There he is. He got it. Got one? Yeah, nice fish. Nice spot. There he is. I don't see him. Okay. He's out there. Straight out there. Yeah. There he is. All right. They're feeding. They're starting to feed. It's about 8:30 in the morning. And it's about time for them to have their morning breakfast. This is a nice spot right here. I'd like to have 5 of these. It's a tournament day. It's a nice fish. It's a good 3-pounder. Drag's a little bit tight. Sometimes you got a back reel on them. They don't give up easy. That's a nice chunk. That's a nice chunk right there. He's probably 3 pounds easy. So that's a nice fish right there. All right, good deal. Put that. Nah, I'm gonna let him go. Chuck will be mad. Chuck will be mad. I should have let him go.
He's gonna say. Don't take this. You need this back on?
He's small.
Oh, shit. Make sure you get the whole action.
He's small though.
It is?
Yeah. It's okay though, they're out there. Maybe we can catch a few more. Where's he at? He's coming up. He's over here to the right, moving to the right. Nice fish.
Paul got a good eye camera. He's not coming down there big on it.
Nice little chunk. He ain't bad. Nice little spot.
There you go. Make sure there's no. There you go. Get away from the so there's no shadows. There you go.
But you keep talking.
We gotta hear what Paul has to say.
No. So we're doing the same thing. We're doing the same thing. It's about probably 11 o'clock and still catching spots on top water. It's a good time. Fish on. Come on, come on.
I'm on it.
Old school. There he is. Finally. Got it. Old school fish. Yeah. There we go. Top water. Top water. They're out here. Middle of the day. Feeding up. Alright, another little fish. It's just good fun, you know. You can bring your kid out here and have a good time catching these fish. Let me get my pliers and we'll let this fish go. These are smaller, but there's some bigger ones with them. Alright everybody, today I hope everybody enjoyed the program. We went out today to try to catch a few fish. I'm going to show you a few of the lures that we used, and maybe you can recall some of the techniques that we used today on the lake. This morning we started out with a topwater lure, this Sammy. It was a smaller Sammy. You can also use, they have a larger one also. It's a little bigger, but we seem to catch more of the fish on the smaller one today. What you got to do, you just got to be versatile. try the different sizes to see which the fish are reacting the best to. A lot of times, again, you go back to look at the hatch, the bait, to see how the size of the bait, and just try to match the hatch. And then later in the day, also, we were catching some on the jerk bait, and I was throwing this chrome. It's kind of a holographic with a blue back. It's a suspending jerk bait. It'll suspend about 4 to 6 feet, and you just twitch it and work it back under the subsurface of the water, and they seem to like that a lot. They always, up there on this particular lake, they always like this lure. Also, sometimes you have to downsize, and I've had good success also with this smaller all white. It shows up real well, and they react very well to that also. On some other lakes, like that may be, or even on a cloudy day, say you're on a cloudy day, you may want the brighter colors, or if the fish seem, you know, they react better to the brighter colors, and even also the ghost with more of an all white, and this one has the purple on the back. So you can try these various baits, and also depending on the depth, when you're looking at your graph and you see the fish at a certain depth, you may also, some of these suspend a little deeper than others. This one it'll probably run 5 to 8 feet, and then which this one has the larger bill, it'll suspend more to 10 to 15 feet deep. So it's the same on these types of lures. Again, you make a long throw as far as possible. You twitch it, get it down to the depth, and as you pause it, most of the time the fish will react and crush the bait. Again, another good technique on throwing these baits, you need a small diameter line. You wouldn't want to throw much larger than about a 10-pound test line on these particular baits, especially in the clear water that we are in today. Many times when I'm throwing the very small lure, so I can throw this farther because it's light and it doesn't throw very far, I'll even go down to a 6-pound line. So I like to use a fluorocarbon. Berkeley makes a great fluorocarbon, and that's just the line that I really like and I have good success with. Also, the lighter the line, the deeper you can get these baits to go. So there's one other thing that we were doing today. We were doing some spooning, and it was just a simple dropping it down to the fish. And basically what I like to use is the Flex-It spoon. They either have the all white with the silver or the all white with the blue. Also, there's the Vibes. There's many different spoons that you can try. Whatever you find that works the best is, you know, what I would throw and you feel confident with. So just give it a try and be versatile, and you will catch fish. Well, today we didn't catch a lot of big fish, but we really appreciate you guys tuning in. We hope that you learned something from some of the tips and techniques that we used on the water. So next time, maybe you can go out and use some of these tips and techniques and catch larger fish, or even catch some fish. And take a child fishing, take your son or your daughter. But thanks for tuning in to Awesome Angling.